Hello everyone, good afternoon. Yes, we are back with another video on Express Node.js projects, and this time we have an e-commerce API with us. So the basic task of e-commerce website is to have a customer involved with some products that are displayed in front of him, and product users can choose any product and he can either add that product to the cart or he can directly buy that product. So yes, we have developed this is e-commerce API. The link of all the APIs is here mentioned in this link, and I will add this link to this GitHub repository. For now, I will just run npm install. I don't need to do that, but yes, I will just run for the tutorial purpose because every package is also installed in my library with Node module. So it will just look for all the packages and it will go on. So yeah, the package installation is done. Then I will just run npm start. Npm start what we do, it would just like if you use the package or JSON file, it would head to this start script and run this thing node.bin www this file. So it will start the server on this port 5000. If you want to start the server with hot loading, you can run node.ml. So I'm just starting the server now. Npm start. Yes, the server has started and it will show me the success message if I'm successfully connected to the MySQL server. And if any error is thrown while connecting to the MySQL server, it will show the error here. You just wait for it to connect to the MySQL. Yes, successfully connected to MySQL server. I will just show you how these are running. I will just create a demo of some APIs. The server is started. We are using Postman to test our API. Postman to test our APIs. So if we have a categories here, I have also mentioned link to these Postman APIs in this file. So you can open this JSON file. For every Postman request, we have a file here. So after you have started the server, you can add the Postman testing. Just install the Postman and import all these JSON file APIs to your Postman. So let's try adding a new category. So in the body, we will be sending a new category with the name brand. So if you just send this here, you got a success message, category added. To view all the categories, just it's a get API, just send. Yeah, we have category 1, category 2, 3, 4, 5, and yes, we have created this new category brand. We just try posting this product. Yes, the product added. Now just try to raise an error if we miss this price part. Okay, so a product cannot be added with price not defined. So if we try to run this again, yes, we have we have an error here. Price is a required attribute. So if we do not add price, so that will raise an error. Similarly, name, details, and category ID are also a required attribute. Moving on to the customers part. For now, we do not have a customer. Let's just create a customer with username as G1, name as G1, email is a required attribute. These are all required attributes: username, name, email, password 4. So then we need to maintain this email format also, like @ and the .com are necessary. So like if we exclude something, like if we exclude phone number, so it must raise an error. Phone is required attribute. Yes, phone is required attribute. So you add the phone number, and if you try to manipulate the email format, so .com is not included. It must show an error again. Email is a must be a valid email. This is not a valid email, so just add this, send. So yeah, this username has been signed up successfully. Message signed up successfully, and we have got a token, access token. We can use this access token for any other further APIs. Like if you want to book a product, order a product, or we want to add that product to the cart for this user. So anything that is user or unauthorized for can be checked with this token key. So if we try to add another user, but with the same username, so username was the primary key. So username must not be repeated. So let's just try adding a user with the same username. Yeah. The customer with this username already exists. So great, it is working fine. We'll just change the username. So we have signed up successfully, and this is the new access token for this SG2 user. Let's try login the SG1 user again. SG1. So the password was 9876 only. Send. Since we have logged in successfully with SG1. We had SG2, so let's just try logging in with SG3. That username does not exist actually. So no customer with this username. So let's just try login for SG2. Yes, we have got the token for SG2. Let's just copy this token because we will be needing this further. Yeah, I have copied this token. We can get this customer details. We have to park this access token as bearer space token in the authorization header. Park this token here. Send. The SG2 details are here. And again, if we just like manipulate this token, I will just replace this E here with the blank space. So it must raise invalid access token. So yes, that token must be a valid. Yeah, for the details first. So again, we can update the address and credit number similarly. Let's just try posting a new order. We need to add the access token. Like we are ordering from the account of SG2, and what we want to buy, we want to buy the product with ID 6, and we want to buy it 5 quantities. So yeah, we cannot order something until and unless we have not updated the address and credit card for this user. So just get back to the customer and update the address for this user. So add the token of the user here. Like if we want to order something, obviously address and credit card is a required attribute. So while posting a new user, the address and credit card were not required, but now we need that. So I have added this address Delhi 11009. Address is updated successfully. Let's just try posting the new order. It would now raise an error. What error? The credit card number is required. Yes, user credit card is not updated. So let's update the credit card again. Headers and the access token. And the credit card number is this something, any universal credit card number. Credit card number updates successfully. Now I guess we can post a new order now. Yeah, cool. The order has been placed successfully. Okay, the jeans price with product ID was 1200, so we have added 5 quantities to 1205. We have a bill of 6000. Yeah, that's a very huge bill for jeans, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much with this video. Thank you, and you can obviously use this. You can clone this GitHub API GitHub the repository to your local, and you can try working on with this Postman testing. So just comment down in the comment section below how did you like the project.